Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Welcome to March 7th, 2021. Beautiful, beautiful day. Pisces season. Happy birthday, all Pisces. Pisces season through the 20th. Venus in Pisces. Very loving, very compassionate. This is the energy that all of us get to feel. And then when it goes into Aries, which is considered really the beginning of the year. Aries being the first sign, fire sign, ambition, cardinal, which initiates the season of spring, which is what, the 21st, the season of Aries starts on the 20th. So the newness, the new blossoms, the new ideas, the new love, spring love. I mean, come on, I remember that so well. That's that incredible, beautiful, passionate feeling that we have. So all of those things are happening. Welcome to your, like I said, sun sign love connection reading and messages for today. For those that are new, welcome, especially. I greatly appreciate you, and definitely the people that have been following me and subscribing and just supporting my channel. It's fabulous. I love you for it greatly. And so we have the featured sign today, as I go around the zodiac wheel, is that of Leo. And then I'm going to do right in front of you the highlighted, which means that this highlighted connection of the Leo and, drum roll please, and Libra. Wow, Libra was about 4 days ago. So there's a interesting, well, it makes sense. I'll go into that in just a moment. So with this beautiful highlighted connection of Leo and as the featured and the highlighted of Libra, we're going to pull three major categories that pretty much answers all questions in regards to this particular relationship. This is about romance, but it's about love of all different forms. So that is why anybody, single or otherwise, can be watching these readings for the messages that come through. So yeah, and then after I've read the highlighted messages, I'm going to go on to finish with my beautiful Oracle Divination decks, which are for every single Leo and every one of their connections. And trust me, I know Leos, and I know you have a lot of social life, a lot of connections, great love for many things and many people. So that should have some kind of I think everybody should get something out of these readings. If you're listening and if you resonate and you kind of connect, that means it's for you specifically. So we'll start with just a little definition. I'm going to shorten this a bit. I tend to elaborate quite a bit, but I'm going to talk a little bit about each sign and why I think you have great potential and why I believe you do have the connection. This is from about 30 plus years of studies and continued study, because you can never learn enough, particularly when it comes to astrology and the compatibility. And then interestingly enough, Tarot just has astrology in it naturally. So it's just a beautiful combination that I kind of gravitated towards, I think, naturally, like a lot of readers do. But Leo is the fire, courageous, strong leadership, incredibly passionate. I mean, extremely heart-centered. These Leo signs in the world are, in addition to the fire element that they are, the passion with them, it's everything to them. It's what fuels everything they want to do, from relationships to their specific careers, their talents, their ideas. They're extremely creative and very talented in whatever they do, because it's a reflection of them. They're ruled by the sun. We're reading for the sun signs, but just know if you have, this is a Leo sun sign, Libra sun sign, but if you know in your personal chart, which you can always look up for free, if you happen to have a Leo moon rising, certainly Venus, which is the planet of love and connection and partnerships, or Mercury in that, it's certainly relevant. You would still have the similar feelings. It just affects you in different areas of your life. The sun rules Leo. The sun is about our ego. It's about our initiatives, our drives, our desires, our interests. It's what fires us up to accomplish the things we want to do and seek out the relationships we want, and so forth. So we have the fixed element with Leo. So they're very opinionated, very idealistic about things, and they don't really waver from that much. And I'm not saying they don't, but they're going to be more prominently, I would say, stubborn about it, and you're going to have to come up with a good argument as to why you think it should be another way, and they'll listen. Yeah, because they love to learn too. I will say they're usually the one doing the teaching though. They just have that ability. They have that confidence. Like I said, that's the Leo, the king of the forest, you know, the king of their castle. I mean, anybody and anyone that's a part of a Leo's life is going to be center and front stage to them. They're going to give you every opportunity to, you know, be part of the den, and they are going to be extremely generous with you. They're going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and sometimes when things aren't going their way, they will have a fit and they will flare up as fire signs do, and then it'll be just like, okay. So when you get to know them and love them, and you'll realize and you'll see those signs, and you're like, I got to go out to the store, or whatever you got to do. This is what relationships mean, right? Just figuring out each other's love language, your patterns, accepting them and loving them because of them. And so this is a gorgeous, beautiful, vibrant energy. And it's exciting and adventurous, you know. You're not going to be bored. And once again, I'll say they're extremely generous. So sometimes too much, I'll be honest. But what the heck, if you're a part of that receiving end. But they do want to be admired. Oh yes, they have pride and they have dignity. And they want to be recognized for their talents. They want to be recognized for their generosity. And so it wouldn't be bad to kind of, you know, feed the ego, as it were. And you've got a perfect person to do so when you have a Libra. Because a Libra is an air sign. Now, Libra, like I said, came up as a highlighted with, I don't remember right now. I think it was Aries, the first one I read for the beginning of the month readings. And Libra is all about relationships. Libra is about balance. Libra is about compromise and being willing to hear your side, being willing to open to an idea of yours. You know, they are the air, which is mine. They are masculine, just like you. Fire and air go extremely well together. There's a lot of interest in expanding the mind, in higher learning, in education, certainly in fairness, in communication, in connection with others, in ways of communicating, whether it be written, the word, you know, through acting or, you know, theater, or putting on some kind of a demonstration that shows in a creative way how they can express themselves. Dance comes to mind, certainly yoga, physical things. And Venus is the ruling planet of Libra, so it's about love. Libras love love. They love being in relationships. But if for some reason they're not in a romantic one, their friends, their family, their animals, and I'm speaking for myself, I am a Libra, that is everything. I don't know of any Libra, even if you're not socially, you know, just out there all the time, which most of us haven't been, you still have connections that mean so much to you. And it's just something you thrive on and you continue to work towards. You love fairness, like I said. Law and order is generally a predominant of importance to you. Along with the artistic, you love aesthetically having things look good. You know, when Venus is in your sign, there's blessings with money and the ability to be creative and to look your best and to be able to, have that flair to make things around you, even if with the littlest amount of money, you know, just having that touch, that what is it? Shri Deva? I don't know. I love that saying. I'm not sure how to say it right now. But the bottom line is that this is a person or persons, female or male, that can do really well with this Leo. And I see it all the time as a compatibility. They can kind of soften the temperament of a Leo just by, you know, just speaking to them, being calm themselves. You know, they don't have to be right. They do love attention as well. And they're going to get it with that Leo. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a friendship or whatever it is. Those Leos will give everything and you just eat it up. You'll be spoiled, you know, and you do the same. So you put people ahead of you a lot. Just make sure you don't overdo that, of course. That's essential for every relationship. This is a great, great opportunity for anybody interested in considering this. If it's brand new and you're just tuning in to say, I wonder if this is something I should pursue. I would say yes. And I want to say that, you know, Libra is a cardinal sign. They initiate the season of fall. All cardinal signs do. Aries is a cardinal. Capricorn and Cancers are cardinals. So they initiate spring, summer, autumn, and fall. But yes, I like this a lot. I'm going to read to you your specific messages that are coming through from Spirit under, like I said, 3 major categories for this connection. And the first one is always the overall energy that's led you to this reading this far. It's like the catalyst. I am using, which I love so much, because so many Leos I know are in the arts, are in theater, are in drama. You know, they're very dramatic. There's never boredom. I can honestly tell you that. You will have such a fun time. I mean, yeah, it's a really good vibe with these two. And I'm using the movie tarot. So there's a lot of beautiful, well-known stars and actors that represent the major arcana and some of the court cards, and it's just fun and beautiful, and it's new, so I hope you enjoy it. And so the first one, like I said, is the overall energy that led you to this. What else can I say briefly, though? Astrology, which would be really important to you. Actually, the moon went into Capricorn. Capricorn is a very practical energy. It left Sagittarius, which is a fellow fire sign to you, Leo, and it was all about emotion and spirited aspects and fiery energy and positivity. Opportunities seem to come up. They're ruled by Jupiter, so that's all about the benevolent and the luck and the good times and the good feelings and the good friends and up energy. So you can relate to that. But then it went into Capricorn today, and that's good too. Capricorn is more grounded, more realistic, I guess, more about, important things, day-to-day activities, feeling like you're more level-headed, maybe more, cautious. Something that's different than fire, but something we all need to have in our lives. And I appreciate the earth element of Capricorn for that reason, because sometimes we need to be grounded, right? We need to get back to the old, unfortunate word of reality. So that's what you'll get if you find yourself kind of wanting to finish up touches around things that have to do with taxes or something. Gosh, yes, I said it. I'm sorry. But it could be good in the end. I'm hearing it's supposed to be. So I'll do one more shuffle. And the first overall energy card for the two of you, this beautiful, beautiful day, is, I'll be a son of a gun, 5 of Cups. All right, so this is about emotion. And as I said, we're in an emotional time with the season of Pisces. In addition to the Venus, like I said, and Neptune is in Pisces. Neptune is about our creativity. It is the cups again. It's water. It's emotion. It's actually feeling like there's something that hasn't transpired yet. There's something that's not quite fulfilled yet. And let me tell you, we are still just about out of the shadow period, which will end the retrograde completely. We have a shadow period before Mercury retrograde and then one after. It ends on the 13th, which is next Saturday. Next Saturday is the new moon in Pisces. So if there are some things that you're feeling that you still are thinking about that happened in the not too distant past, could be about the relationship, not really picking up on that. This has to do with last year, and yes, thank goodness. Even though January is considered New Year, no, we're entering the astrology New Year. So all the finishing touches and things that still need to be fixed from last year are actually moving forward. If you're listening and aware of, the outside exterior, it is about that. The retrogrades, when we're internal, we're figuring it out. Clarity's coming through more and more every day. Disappointments that had come up, stalls, lack of communication, which, communication is really key for both of you, but certainly an air sign with this Libra. They're not at a loss for words a lot of times, and you can have some really hearty and necessary debates, I would say. That's kind of what Libra really loves to do as well, just to kind of make sure that it's not getting too mundane, right? They love the peace, they love the tranquility, they don't like fights, they don't like, discord, but they do like a good debate, let's see all sides of situations. Not everyone is right? Not any one person is right. So maybe that's it. You're just kind of licking your wounds right now and saying, okay, listen, granted, I've had that happen, I lost that, I wasn't content with that, but I've got 2 cups that are standing up right in front of me, and I need to focus on that. And 2 is about partnership. So I think you're doing well. I think you're standing strong, but you're probably definitely supporting each other. And that's a really important thing to do anyway, but especially when you have a relationship that you base on absolute love, authentic and unconditional love. And that's good. So that's letting you know that, yeah, don't fear or feel like, oh my gosh, all is lost. You know that that's not the case. And it's okay to still be kind of grieving about something that occurred. I know I am, and I know that that is absolutely something that we all have to experience. And it's not always easy, but if we keep looking to the positive, I can only promise you that things do get better, because our energy creates that. And so, yeah, now I want to know what the second category is, and that's the possible blessings or obstacles. Kind of a storyline that lends itself to the three categories. So we've got that Five of Cups. 5 is change as well. It's getting through challenges. We're actually in a 5-year. So we're going to be getting through the challenges that were presented last year, little by little, and it's going to be completely different from the beginning of this year than it will be at the end, in a very, very beautiful, positive way. Keep that in mind and know that this is a year of air, predominance in Aquarius, which is about the mind, thoughts, expansion, communication again, creativity. It's about science and medicine and innovation, outside of the box thinking, information is the biggest key. And I can always use as much of that as possible. So the possible blessings or obstacles for this 2 highlighted connection of Leo and Libra is the Sun. Oh gosh, you can't make this happen. Judy Garland from The Sound of Music. Look at that. Isn't that a vibrant card? Plus, that was one of my most favorite movies growing up. And I was in theater and such. So, I played Zeidel. Yes. And then when my brothers played one of the, I can't even think of the name of the children, the big family. But yeah, the Sun. That's your ruling planet, Leo. This isn't, Spirit's talking to you right now. Let go of those, disappointments, okay? Because I know you can take a lot to heart. You've got that soul and you've got that passion. And when you do let it go, then you just allow yourself to be you, ruled by the Sun, that vigorous, beautiful, gregarious personality that everybody gets attracted to and wants to be a part of. It's like a magnet. And so just everything's going to come around. From your health to your relationships to your well-being to your financial, your wealth. This is one of the most beautiful cards you can get. So I love seeing that following. And the Major Arcana means a lot. It says a lot. It's a special, special message. So if you're coming into this reading with these feelings of everything I mentioned from the 5 of Cups, recognize the 2 that are upright. And definitely shows 3 upright, actually. I love that. That's like the triad. I didn't see that in any other, deck that I've had. It's usually the opposite. But I love that it's 3, because 3 is bigger than 2, and that's always showing good overweighing, dark or light overweighing shadow and that sort of thing. And that Sun is going to make all of that. You're going to have to wear sunglasses. You're going to be feeling so much better. Fantastic for the 2 of you, for your relationships, everything. And it's hard earned, and it's been a long time coming for you, so you're in your element basically with that fiery, ambitious Sun. And so then you have the 3rd category of finances. Finances are money or energies, right? Ooh! The Emperor, Al Pacino, baby. What is it? Don't be ridiculous, MaryAnne. You watch this all the time. I'll look it up for you. I'm so sorry. This is something that's been going on with myself. And I think a lot of us. I think we've lost a lot of the gray matter. But there's ways to get it back. And the spring certainly helps. And so, Scarface. I'm not even looking it up. For Pete's sakes, it wasn't even the right book. Scarface. Al Pacino, man. The Emperor. The one in charge. The fire sign. Aries. Just about to enter Aries season, so you're already feeling the glimpse of the fiery, passionate, spirited part of you coming back. Full tilt, fully in charge of your finances. You always have been. And even when you don't have enough, you still do. And you always make up for it in some way. I know this about you. That's how incredibly powerful and strong you are. Courageous, all the beautiful things, This isn't just woo-woo stuff. This is really who you are. This is who you demonstrate to all of us. And this is why every single sign in the zodiac can be beneficial to all of us and to help us learn. Even when they're so different than us, they're actually very, very important and helpful to us. So there you go. I mean, there's no fooling around. Aries is really about, you know, the number one sign, the leader, everything you are. But they don't take no for an answer. It's just, I mean, they just go straight ahead. And if it doesn't work out, oh, well, let's go this way now. Or let's go this way. And know that they are in charge. They've got the little, oh, there's the Aries little symbology right there. The ram. So yeah. What other beautiful things? I'm only just taking this deck out. The infinity, forgive me, kind of, what does he have? It's not a sword, but it's like a, can't think of that word either, but just know there's power and there's passion, and you are determined to make your life right, and it'll be financially well, and it'll be substantial in a stable way that's not going to be just for the time being. It's going to build and build and build. And you just have to know that. I love these cards. Two major arcana to let you know that sadness and that understandable emotion that you've gone through, bye-bye, see ya, not interested anymore. It's important though. You don't have to downplay in any way any kind of something or loss you've had. You need to feel it and get through it, or it'll just come back, right? But then just knowing that you've got nothing but sunshine coming your way. I think that's a song, but I love that reading. I'm super happy to be able to say those things to you. Spirit comes through. I mean, I've been a spiritually intuitive guided reading card reader for many, many years, but you know, Spirit has always come through for me, and I only ask that he comes through for you or she, and that it's divinely guided at all times. And so I go on now to the oracle messages. The oracle messages are so incredibly pure and just love-driven, and they're about wisdom, and the oracle of life and just the universe in general and the collective and the consciousness has so much intelligence to it that we can tap into, and that's basically what it's reminding us of. So these are beautiful ones by Colette Baron Reid, The Wisdom of the Oracle, and I hope that it touches you in the perfect way right now. For all of the Leos in every single connection you have, so that everybody gets a piece of the pie today with the readings and every day. Your special message, oh my gosh, milk and honey. I'm just saying, you know, it's been rough. It's been more difficult in some ways than anybody could have fathomed or imagined. And even the ones that were retired and thought, oh, I don't need to be anywhere, I'm comfortable, they were still taking in everyone's energy. They're still telling me as a massage therapist now, coming back slowly, gosh, I've had these pains, and they're all the same. It's what our body does. It can only take so much of the stress, even if it doesn't feel like you're stressed. And then you just relieve it and you let it go, and you do things to help that. You do the walks you need now. You do the massages or the acupuncture and the natural things or whatever works for you. And you just feel the love for yourself, first and foremost. Milk and honey, man. Is that 31? 31 is, no, 51. So that's 6. 5 plus 1 is 6 in numerology. So it's the balancing. It's day-to-day activities, the 6th house. Yeah, it's Pisces. No, the 12th house is always Pisces. But for some reason, maybe it depends on, of course, what your chart is and where Pisces falls. But balancing, boy. Balancing after not such a balanced feeling, right? Look at this beautiful rainbow. Allowing you to dream and to imagine, and that, I'm telling you, every time I see a rainbow, I kind of cry because it's the most phenomenal natural thing that happens in this planet, right? And it happens with rain. You gotta have that rain. Gotta flush things out, clear things out. And then the rainbow comes, and you just say, yeah, that's what it's really about. And that's where I want to be. So let me read to you what it says, though. There's some gorgeous passages that I can read. And I always like to share with you. So milk and honey. Leos, and all of your beautiful, loving relationships. A lot of potential coming up. I can tell and feel that right now. Essential meaning the taste of prosperity. Opportunities born under authenticity. And that Aries, the Aries is one of the most authentic signs. They're just like a child. They're the first, once again. They're just like, they say what they mean what they say. They have outbursts of temper. Sometimes their temper gets out of control. Impatient. They want it now, you know. But it's all real. It's real. What you see is what you get. I love that, you know, a lot. So nurturing, abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. And I'll just read by saying, you've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious. When all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. One of the best readings, I've never had really a bad reading in the last really month or so, because it just sort of started to change itself when, well, Mercury retrograde was kind of tough. It really was. It always is, in the sense that you have to be patient. You have to redo things. You have to re-explain things. Twice, sometimes 3 times. I mean, this is what I went through. You could have problems with transportation. You could sign a contract and then go, what was I thinking? You got to redo it again. But life goes on, and we're almost done. So yeah, it's just all about that. Just knowing you've always got this divine intervention, and everything that's going on in our life is to help us. So when you look at it in that perspective, I think it helps a lot. The next beautiful oracle is the wonderful animal medicine cards. Because I know a lot of Leos too. I mean, a lot of people do, obviously, but particularly Leos, they love animals. They just are really keen on having animals. I've noticed that a lot. Of course, some won't. You'll be like, I don't like animals, MaryAnne. But predominantly, I would say yes. And the ones that I've known, absolutely. And you are a Leo. You're a cat, basically, in the animal kingdom. So bottom line is the spirit of our animals comes to also give us insight and wonderful messages. They are a consciousness. They are a spirit. And I love cats, and you know, I think that's a part of this too. So you have the bee. Look at the rainbow tail on the bee. I know from other readers and from, not this deck, because I think I may have pulled this once. It's still relatively new. I switch off decks all the time. And I had a fair amount I got in the last year, which I'm so grateful for. But I think it's just being really busy. Let's see what it says. Busy as a bee kind of thing. Well, let us see here. It's in alphabetical order. And we have, whoops, that's an ant. Come on, MaryAnne. There we go. Wake up, sting, service, making sweetness. Bee is Cupid worshiping, nurturing, wow, defending and delighting in Earth's colorful generosity. Bee buzzes the universal vibration that is the constant creative motion of life. There you go, Leo. Pollinating and lovemaking with flowers. Passionate. So fruits and vegetables can blossom to seed, enacting the cycle of life. Bee's continuous motion is in devotion to the queen and community. Okay. This love turns flower into honey. Bee tells human it is time to jump into the vibration of life, that sun, that, oh my gosh, the new spring, the new year. Earth provides sweet-smelling nectar and rainbows of flowers. Oh my gosh, there's 2 rainbows equivalent here. I don't even know what to say about your reading. I'm so happy and excited for you. I'm feeling it, every cell of my body. Provide sweet-smelling nectar and rainbows of flowers in the form of friendships, sweet moments, and experiences. The flowers in our lives live to be long acknowledged and told they are beautiful. It is time to spin the wheel of love, to actively, creatively vocalize sincere adoration to people in your life and watch the love grow like a fruit tree. You have this. This is what you do. If that hasn't been happening and you've been feeling that that was part of the emotion, that you were like, wow, I haven't been able to connect like so many of us. It's happening now. It's all happening now, and it's going to be full tilt, just like you do everything, Leo. No holds barred, as they say. Last but not least, your amazing, beautiful, beautiful energy coming from the oracle of the Super Attractor Manifestation Oracle, where you feel the life you want into existence. Because you have to have the like attracting like. You have to believe it, but you really have to feel it as far as the law of attraction goes. This is something I say every day. It's an OG deck. I use it. I love it. I believe in it. It's been proven time and time again. We're all creators and manifestors. Your specific, beautiful message, though, Leo, is so beautiful. I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. Yes, you can. Not every one of these is about love, but you are love. You are passion. You know everything about that. And you have that self-love, which I'm telling you, everyone thought, that's so selfish. No, it's not. It's absolutely necessary. And that's how you genuinely and authentically can love others, because you understand it for yourself. And life goes a lot easier when we do have that love, that self-acceptance. I'm really thrilled with this reading, and I hope you like it. If you do and you want to help me and subscribe to my channel, it's a great way to support me without paying anything. And it means the world to me. YouTube really wants to see that. I want to really up the ante, and I would greatly appreciate it. But I love just you being here. I love doing this regardless. I will continue to do it. And come back for your mid-month readings, because that starts around the 15th, and then I go around the wheel, and you're like the fourth sign. Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Cancer, and Leo. So the fifth sign. Beautiful stuff. I wish you incredible love and abundance in all areas. And stay well. Keep the faith. And until next time, thank you. Bye for now.